Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, I'm Autumn Bloom, your friendly neighborhood garden fairy. I'm starting another series on YouTube because I have had such the itch to play Animal Crossing. I already have an Animal Crossing island, and as much as I love the theme and how it's been going so far, I have just been so demotivated to keep going. But I have found inspiration, an entirely new island theme, and I just really need to do it. At first, I was going to take this island and I was going to transfer it over to my other Switch, but my other Switch does not have any charge right now, so I'm not able to do that, and I am impatient. So today, I'm going to delete this island, and I'm going to say goodbye. I will show you how it was looking, but I just really want to refresh. I thought about just flattening the island, but there's so many like gaps in this island that I just couldn't figure out what to do with, and all the items that I wanted to do were gonna take forever to get because they're like Celeste items or items that I had no idea how to get. Today I think I might just get the ground work done, so getting the island, choosing the name, naming my character, which by the way I haven't thought of either of those. I'm going to do that on the spot for you guys. I've always been very bad at choosing names, but I kind of have like the slightest idea of what I want to do. I want to go very like small town countryside type of name. If you live in the countryside like I do, you know, all of the small towns in the surrounding area all have just like, they're just all weirdly nature themed. Like everything is named after like a lake, or everything is named after like a structure or like something in nature. Like so many places around here just have the name river in them, and it's just kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know, I feel like in some parts I kind of lost the theme there. Like it's very hard to do fairy core unless you have like specific items, and I wasn't having those items. So it was coming out more just like pink themed. Also, this island looks way better in the nighttime. It just looks, it looks nice in the daytime, but at night all of these like plants, I forget what they're called, the glowing moss, they glow, so it looked really nice. But I never play at night because at night I can't see anything. Then you can see that there isn't really much else. I don't know. I felt like I had this island for 2 years and didn't really do much with it. I can go ahead and show you what the map looks like if you want to be inspired, if you're into the fairy core. You can see that I made this large area in the shape of a flower, and I really liked it. I really liked how that came out. But it made everything else kind of difficult because I had to work around it. This part was I want to say, like the actual very first part. I wouldn't count it as a build though. This is just like the first part that I terraformed and like really kept. And I thought it looked so cute. But we're gonna say goodbye. This island cannot stay anymore. So for the villagers, I do have like a specific like list of like what kind I want. I just don't have who I want yet. I want to have, since it's going to be like a farming theme, I need farm animals. So I want 2 cows, 2 sheep, 2 horses, and then for the last 4, I want to have like 1 classic looking cat, 1 classic looking dog, and then 1 duck and 1 chicken. I could name her Autumn and that would fit the theme. Because when I think of like farm towns, I always think of like the autumn and winter seasons. So I think we might go with autumn, with my spelling of autumn without the N. As far as the island name goes, I want to go with something that's like screams small town that you pass by when you're driving on the highway on like a road trip or something. You know, one of those towns where you're like, who lives here? I live there. That's the town I live in. Okie dokie. Starting off with the basic hairstyles. She's got some rosy cheeks. What are the eyes I always pick? I think I always pick these ones, but I kind of want to go with something different this time. This seems cute. We'll do this. She's just a simple girl on her journey to have her simple, small, quaint town, small town life. Okay, so when it comes to the name of the town, I'm thinking I'm just gonna take two words and put them together. So two like farming words. So like what's on a farm? What is on a farm that we could mush together? Also, I think the concept of making a small town on an island is super hilarious, because imagine you just like get stranded on an island and it's just a small farm town and you're just like, this does not fit the vibe of the surrounding area. Let's see. I want to have the look at how close this the center, I forget what it's called, the town hall is to the airport on this top left one. These bottom ones seem to be very close in they seem very like equal in where they are like located to like the airport. I don't like these two. I just feel like having it be so close to the airport like that, it's like that strip of land just seems like it'd be hard to work with. And then this one, I just don't like where I don't like the vibes of this one. If I'm sort of leaning more towards this one. Also because of where the river is. I feel like that would give me, because of course the where both of the ends of the river are connected can also kind of play a part in how you can set up the island. And I feel like that's another limitation that I had on my old island, because I had this type of river and I felt like it made it very awkward to like, because obviously the river has to connect to itself or it just looks weird. So doing it like this, I'd have that like, I guess, more natural cutoff, if that makes any sense. So I am leaning more towards this one. Although I would have liked if the town hall, or whatever it's called, I forget what it's called in this game, was more towards like the center, or I wish I could have put it in the back. I wish we could have the ability to move it, but it's kind of like stuck where it is. Cause like my plan was to make like the town center, you know? Like I have lived in this area for a while, and when you're in like a cluster of small towns, you kind of visit all the other small towns because like sometimes that small town has a Walmart and that small town has a Target, or this small town has a grocery store that has better snacks than the small town that you live in. So I've seen most of the time the structure is sort of similar, where they have like the main street, or like the center of the city or the town, and that's usually where they have most of their like local businesses, and like a little tiny like strip of a like shopping center that maybe has like 10 stores. So that's what my plan is to do, is to kind of have like the town hall, and then we would have like the Able sisters and Timmy and Tommy maybe on either side. And then I was gonna have the museum be like somewhere in the back, because like the museum being kind of like I'm imagining it being like in the like shoved behind a bunch of like trees and stuff like that, just kind of like hidden, because that for some reason I feel like that's really common in small towns. Like you have like the locally owned places and the like town hall. At least that's how it's set in my town. Our center has like all the stores and stuff, and then there's like the post office is right there and stuff. But then like when it comes to like, well, we don't have a museum here, but I'm thinking more like a library. The library is just kind of like off to the side somewhere. It's just kind of like shoved away from everything, because like of course it is, you know? Please visit your local libraries. They really appreciate having you there. I recently got a library card and I've been reading audiobooks with it. I've been listening to audiobooks with it. So I'm like, I'm imagining the museum as being like a library. Oh, that kind of gives me an idea. It would be really cute to like make the outside of the museum like a library area. I'm gonna have to pin that in my brain for later. So I think this one would give me a good chance to do that. I have like enough room. I'm gonna try to not terraform it as much. Maybe like fix some of the cliffs and stuff like that. I don't really like that like Y-shaped part of the river, so I might just like terraform that out and then just keep the rest of the river how it is, just so I can give myself more land to work with. Because the way it is in my town is that we have like a river that kind of goes through the town, and it actually travels through multiple towns, I believe. I think like the river is just like one very long river that goes through. And it's like for those like the county, the surrounding area. So that's what I'm imagining. It's just gonna be like one long river that goes through. And it doesn't really need these like weird one part, like the Y-shaped part. So I'm gonna take that out. And then I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I'm kind of rambling, but I'm taking this very seriously. I have like so many ideas, but obviously I'm not gonna be able to do them for a while because I have to go through all the introductory stuff. I don't remember how to unlock terraforming, so I'm gonna have to look that up for next time. I think it would be very hilarious if the town fruit for this island is oranges, because in the area I live in, we have a lot of like orange fields. So it just like fits. But obviously, I'm like planning to do like multiple orchards. Like in my area, it's like there's like more orchards and acres of like orchards and trees and plants and stuff like that than there is like houses. I think for next video, I might not play Animal Crossing, and I think it's just gonna be me rambling as I try to design where I want things to go. Because obviously I need to have a game plan, because I don't want to get like into it and then I just get so overwhelmed that I just like stop playing it like I did on the last island. Because like I have ideas, but I obviously need to know where I'm gonna put those things. Because last time I was just like fairy core, but then I had no idea what was fairy core and what to do for like builder build or bigger builds. So this time I'm gonna try to be a little more careful. Be a little more like thoughtful about what I'm doing. Okay, let's speed run. Also, if you're wondering why I picked such a short hairstyle, because it's my hairstyle in real life, and I've just been like, I've been wanting to have all my characters look like me. I'm making myself. This is my self insert. I kind of want to name the island like Ocean View or something like that, but it doesn't, like, for me it makes sense because we are by the ocean and technically you have view of the ocean from any side. But at the same time it doesn't like scream farm town to me. Definitely gives off like beach vibes. But like I'm kind of attached to it, so I kind of want to just go ahead and choose that. I'm going to like take a picture of the island. And I'm gonna like map out where I want things, you know? Like a not like a very detailed map of what I want, but just kind of something so I know where to put things and where to put houses. On my very first island, I made like a neighborhood, and I honestly really liked how it looked. But I kind of want to have these be scattered because what my concept is in my brain is that each of the villagers, they have like their own acres of land. Like we're gonna have some of the villagers that own some of the orchards, and then we're gonna have some of the villagers that own like they own like land that has animals. Like I'm imagining, like, I don't know if there's any cow items in the game. Like, you know how there's like ducks and stuff like that, like that look like real life ducks. I'm gonna try to hunt some like chicken items, some cow items, maybe like a horse item. If I'm gonna search and see if I can find those. And then we're gonna have some of the villagers just have like we have a lot of dairy farms in the surrounding area, and I want to have like one villager owns like a dairy farm and they have like cattle and stuff, and then one has like a chicken farm. And then we have a lot of I think they're called nurseries for like plants. So we're gonna have like maybe one has like a nursery and they have like all of these plants. I'm imagining a lot of cactus because the area where I live in is very hot most of the year. So cactuses do really good around here, like succulents and stuff like that. So that's kind of the ideas that I have so far. I believe there's a website that you can go on and it will like let you plan out your island. So I'm gonna see if I can find that and then do a little of that. Alright, this is the point where we get to choose how things are gonna look. Or not look. My brain shut off. This is when we get to choose the name. So we're gonna go with Ocean View. It's all gotta be one word because for some reason that's how small towns are. It can't be two separate words, it's gotta be one word. I think I'm gonna have to do a lot of like behind the scenes work on this island. Any like type of like big build or doing a lot of like work I probably will record, but in the beginning it's a little slow going until you unlock all the stuff like terraforming and stuff like that. So I'll probably just do all the boring stuff. Maybe I'll record it and just do like a five times speed for y'all. We will see. I really don't think this will be like a weekly upload type of deal like the Stardew videos. Well, now it's just time to do all the boring stuff until I eventually get the town hall, we get Isabel, and then I can start trying to get to terraforming, which I believe you get after you unlock KK, which means I just gotta speed run getting my island to 3 stars. I'll do all of that on my own time because it's gonna take a while, and I'm not really big on time traveling, at least not doing a lot of time traveling all at once, so I don't want to really like rush it to do it as quickly as possible. So I feel like that within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to try to work very hard to get that done. And hopefully I'll have unlocked KK and Terraform by that point, and then we can actually start getting the island going. But for now, I think this is a good point for us to say goodbye. So as far as the next video is gonna go, I think next time we're gonna get into the planning phases. I might just record me like doing all of the stuff that I need to do, like cleaning up the island, selling things, giving bells to Tom Nook, unlocking the museum. I might record all of that and do kind of like I might like 2 or 5 times speed it up and then have that running in the background. And then I'll give you guys a little chatty moment where I go really into the planning phases and figuring out which villagers I want. We will do some researching together. I'll be looking stuff up. I'll be planning things. I'm gonna pull Canva out, you know, that'll be next time. In the meantime though, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you when I see you next. I hope you have a good rest of your week or weekend, whenever you are watching this. Goodbye.